Okay guys, this is an airbrush cleaning video I decided to put up. This is how I clean my airbrush. Pour a little bit of lacquer thinner into the airbrush cup or whatever you've been painting with, and just blow it through your airbrush. If you're not in a well-ventilated area, do it outside. I've got the door open here, so I'm pretty good. Okay, once that's done, take your cup off, leave it, unscrew the back, pull the trigger all the way back, unscrew the knob, take the needle out, pull the needle out. I dip my needle into my old lacquer or anything laying around. Do that, make sure you get a paper towel handy. And just wipe your needle off, and it becomes nice and shiny and clean. Set that aside. Go in the front of the airbrush is your tip. Unscrew that. You've got a little tiny cone. Take that out. Then you've got two pieces. I drop them both in the thinner. Swish them around. I don't know if you can see, but they're in there. Swish them around for a little bit. Go in, take them out. Make sure you got both of them. Dry them off. Take the cone or the tip that the paint comes out of. Make sure you got it nice and good. It likes to hold a lot of paint in there. The cone, same thing. Make sure you've got it good. You've got pipe cleaners around. They work just as good as this paper towel does. Set everything aside. I then take my airbrush apart further. The trigger comes out because there's always paint stuck back in there. You can hear my little compressor run. When I'm done, you got to blow all the lacquer out. All that comes out. Screw that back on. Trigger will come out. You'll have the inside of your airbrush now. Not many parts to it. I bring my can over and dump a little bit of lacquer thinner right into the airbrush from the back end. Let it trickle through all the holes and everything. It'll drip paint. Then what I do, I take the end of the paper towel or a corner, put it right inside the back of the airbrush, shove it in, twist it. As you put it in, you'll get more in, clean it better. Okay, so you got that done. Try and do the same with the end of the paint comes out. It's a little bit smaller opening. Same idea, and that'll clean all the paint and guck out of there. Pull that out, and then where your paint can attaches to your paintbrush, there'll be a lot of paint in there. Pull that out, that's nice and clean. Your container or whatever, mine, since I'm using a little one, I just drop it right in my old thinner. All thinner is the same. Swish it around in there and just let it clean. Try and get the paint off of it. Take it out, all the thinner out. Take a paper towel and just dry it off. Take your cloth. I put mine inside, twist it around. It's all the paint out. You might have to do it once or twice. Maybe get a little thinner right inside like you were painting. Keep it in there. Dump it back out. Again, do the same thing, put a corner in. Just keep pushing paper towel into it. Twist it out. At the end, if you can't see daylight in it, you can put a little, if you can get your paper towel or whatever you're using into it. Twist it, it'll pull paint out. Then you put your airbrush back together. Put the trigger back in. Screw the full action in. Everything all lined up in there. That trigger will only sit on one spot inside. Blows air out, you're good. Again, try and put your trigger in. Mine's not wanting to win today. Might take a few tries. There we go. Got it in this time. Make sure your button's in the right spot. Screw that in all the way. Put your tip and your cone back together. Screw them back onto the front without dropping them in the dirt. Should screw right back on. Take your needle, put it back in the back end, right through, screw it on, screw the back end back on, and then what I do, just keep mine looking pretty, dip the end of my the end of the paper towel in, got thinner on it, and just wipe the side of the airbrush down. If you've got paint on your fingers or something, it'll show up on your airbrush. Doesn't look too good if you're doing it in public. If you're just at home, it doesn't really matter, but makes your airbrush just look a little bit better. And you're done.